Good morning, folks. It's the 5th of June, 2025. I have an appointment here at the VA today, and on the way over here, I thought I'd just take a second and drive through here. We have overcast skies this morning, and we still have the smoke. This is all an assembly area off here to the right, where the processions assemble. A little assembly building and restrooms. Coming back through here on the way, we may see some deer back here. We'll take a little look. Fort Custer National Cemetery. Be right back. Wild turkeys, white-tailed deer. Pretty much what you'll see back here. I'll take it around here to the right this morning. You know, all of these areas are all graves. Thousands of men and women, mostly veterans, their wives. Section after section. There's some wild turkeys out there. Yeah. Slow down here. This is the maintenance facility here. In other words, these are the grave diggers. And I use that term grave digger with all due respect. Those white-tailed deer, because they have a hard job here. There are daily committals, and it's not easy with all the mowing and maintenance, especially in the winter time. Okay? It's really something. I'm going to back up here just a second. I'll show you an area that at first I thought may have been a pauper's part of this graveyard. Cemetery, I should say. This is no graveyard. But it's the floral holding area. And it's back in here. All of the decorations and so forth that are on the graves, if they're not removed at a certain time, they're gathered up and they're put back here. And you can see there's just tubs and tubs of stuff. Lots of stuff. We'll go take a look. So, you know, 5 years ago, this was just a little dirt path, a little 2-track. There was a chain across here, and that was it. And they've improved this. Made this very accessible now for families to come in here. And it even has a little ramp here, as it were. Here you go, everything that's been collected up off the graves. The 4C, 5A, and so forth. All right, these are all the areas, the committal areas here in the cemetery. Area 8, Area 9, and so forth. going all the way around. Now, at one time, I had thought, and I'd been told, that this little area that we're in here was an area that was like a pauper's part of this national cemetery for cremains, for ashes. Now, I checked that out in the office, and they said absolutely not. This was always a little maintenance area, and they decided to convert it into a place to store these items here, because there was so much, and they used to have this stored up by and kind of behind the administration building, and they needed a better place. I'm surprised to see this. I do not have the time today, but there are American flags here, ones that are placed on the graves, as you can see, and there are several of them, definitely desecrated, if you ask me, just tossed in here, hither and skither. This one at least is displayed still in this little pot, but the rest of these, I don't go along with this. Look at this one right here. I'm not gonna let that lay there. I don't have the time, like I said, to do this, but I'm gonna put it right there in that pot. That just, that really makes me like I want to cancel my appointment over here at the VA and just do this morning. This isn't I'm gonna put this one right here. There. We're crying out loud. All right, and they're over here too. I don't think that there's a bin that doesn't have one. Oh, this is a little balloon, but yeah, I can see the tip of a flag stuffed in here. We're crying out loud, look at this. It's like a little bed of them. Here's one that's a state of Michigan flag. We're all crying out loud. We had a couple state of Michigan flags. Well, this one right here, I'm putting you right there. All right. Very, very interesting. I shall return. That's been said before. You know, here'll be my little landing as I return. I probably will not film that. I'll be too busy, and then I'll take them back over here to the VA, and they have a flag depository box right there in the front of the parking area, and I'll put them in there. All right, I'll be right back. This is one of the committal shelters where services are performed before the remains are brought to the grave. Here's a committal shelter B. You can see right there in the front, they have seats for the next of kin to sit. They have the symbols of all the branches of the service, and right below those is where the casket or remains would be placed during the service. Right next to it here is the brass folded flag, American flag, and which those will be folded and handed to the next of kin. I have my father's. My mother gave it to me years ago. Right back. Right here is, I think, a very special little area. It's the only one like it here. It's a very small little part of the cemetery. Let's take a quick look. See, this part is fairly new. I've not been back here. Matter of fact, the road going past the committal shelter right there, looping back here to this one and around, is new. This may have been available by footpath. I don't know. See if there's any committals here. You see, it's been maintained beautifully. A little path leading up on the outside to here. I don't see one marker. I don't see one burial here. I don't see any signs on the ground, the surface, that there are any cremains here at all. A place just to spread them. I don't see evidence of that at all. I believe that this is and these little areas out here as well. I think that this is all brand new and ready to receive our nation's veterans. I'll be right back. Okay, in many national cemeteries, folks would expect to see the white marble headstones like what you'll see at Arlington National Cemetery near Washington, D.C. Other national cemeteries, we do have a section of the said headstones here at Fort Custer. Section Alpha. Many World War II veterans, officers, and then the German POW cemetery. The German POWs from World War II that were held here at Camp Custer. This is the German memorial. Many of these men were killed in a tragic accident where the vehicle that they were riding in, coming back from a work assignment, was struck by a train and killed almost every one of these men that you see right here. Very few of them that are buried here died outside of that train accident. It happened on Halloween, on the 31st of October back then. This area is just a handful of years old. A lot of space left here. It's Columbarium Plaza A. I say a lot of space. It's about 2/3 full. There's about a third left. And then this is right next to another beautiful lawn. Section Hotel. I'll be right back. Right here, folks, in Section Foxtrot, we have a breeding pair of cranes with young. Pretty cool, huh? All right. See you in the next one, guys.